This week on Inside Boulder News, neighborhood liaison Amanda Nagl hosts coffee chats across the city. Pulitzer Prize winning author Jennifer Egan visits the Boulder Public Library, and it's almost time for the Tulip Fairy to officially welcome spring to Downtown Boulder. Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Ashley Prill. Neighborhoods are at the heart and soul of a community, and Boulder is committed to supporting them. In an effort to meet neighborhood leaders, listen to issues, and discuss an upcoming summit, the City of Boulder's neighborhood liaison, Amanda Nagl, is hosting a series of coffee chats next week. From March 28th through March 30th, Nagl will hold 9 hour-long sessions.
It's really important that I, as a neighborhood liaison, get into different parts of the city and understand that while we all have some of the same concerns, some of the same values, and some of the same hopes and dreams for the future of our city, we also might have unique aspects to our daily lives, to our hopes, to our dreams, to our fears, based on place. And so it's really valuable for me to be able to be in place to understand that and to hear people differently. The other idea is that sometimes it's hard with city-wide meetings to really start to build relationships. So by having these in smaller areas, the idea is that people who are interested in this kind of work and this kind of neighborhood organization can meet each other and they can start to build off each other's ideas. I've been really excited to hear so many times in Boulder already that people want to connect with each other and they want to learn from each other. So I think it's incumbent upon me to provide those opportunities. And doing so at a more localized level really is what neighborhoods are all about.
Registration is requested so that light refreshments and seating can be planned accordingly. To sign up, visit bouldercolorado.gov/neighborhoods. Tackling climate change is a community effort, and the city wants your input on the best steps forward. The city is launching a new survey asking for your thoughts on Boulder's climate action strategy.
This is a part of an effort that's underway now and for the next 6 months to really work with the community around getting feedback and ideas from them around our new climate action strategy. You know, the community is one that's always prided itself on being prepared for all sorts of changes, and climate change is just one more of those kinds of things that we need to really be thinking about. So this survey is really designed to get a sense of what people think the risks are, what we should be focusing on, what they're already working on, what they think others in the community should be working on, including other institutions, the city, businesses, etc., and also how we would measure success. The survey should take less than 10 minutes to complete, but of course, you know, 10 minutes is valuable, so we've tried to create a few opportunities for people to have a little extra incentive. So local food establishments are offering up certificates at their places. We have some great local prizes, also some solar lamps, some passes to the rec center, that kind of thing. So there'll be a whole host of those. They're all just getting compiled, and we'll put those up with the website as well.
In addition to finding the new survey, you can also learn more about participating in community climate groups and upcoming events by visiting boulderclimate.com. Last week, Pulitzer Prize winning author Jennifer Egan paid a visit to Boulder thanks to the Boulder Public Library Speaker Series. The series features world-renowned authors in conversation with local experts.
Well, it was an amazing pleasure. I got to interview the extraordinary Jennifer Egan, winner of the Pulitzer Prize and National Book Critics Circle Award, and a writer I admire very much, so it was just pure pleasure. I've been coming to this library, the Boulder Public Library, since I was a student at Naropa in the 1990s, and to see it grow and flourish, to host this kind of event, world-class literary events, cultural events, really is a sign of health for the community and for the Front Range at large.
We'll all experience it together. We'll see what I think.
Well, I think programs like our speaker series really serve to activate the library in this very dynamic way. I mean, it's wonderful to have all of these books made available to everyone with a library card, but it's even more amazing to have these authors come and speak about them.
There's a certain connection between him and a beloved family member of mine. But that only made it harder to write about Moose. That was an obstacle.
Oh, I think there's so many people here who are interested in literature and in writing and ideas, and that to have somebody of this stature come speak was just wonderful. And she was actually a very interesting speaker and also very natural and very engaging. When I've lived in different parts of the country, or when I go to New York and places like that, or London, I always go to authors' talks and things like that. So she was very entertaining and informative, and I thought the interviewer himself did an excellent job and didn't make it about him like so often happens, and he made it about her, and was very well prepared with provocative questions.
Honestly, I feel so grateful to my readers. I can't believe anyone cares what I have written or wants to read it, and I love to have a chance to thank them in person and just feel that human connection, which is, very abstract when you're writing a book, putting it out in the world, and then somewhere someone hopefully is reading it. To actually get to look someone in the face is really special. Public libraries have meant so much to me, really starting from childhood. I read in them. It was where I went to look in the encyclopedia, so I'm also a journalist, and I feel like my interest in research began in public libraries. In New York, they've been a place to work at times when it was too noisy and people were smashing dishes on top of my head. I would go to the New York Public Library and the big, beautiful reading rooms and just work. And I've done lots of research in libraries. In fact, I had a fellowship at the New York Public Library a few years ago, and it was while I was there that I got the idea for the book I'm working on now, which is set in New York in the 30s and 40s and very focused on New York's life as a port. Sort of the importance of the waterways and shipping, a lot of things that we don't remember now. I don't think that would have happened if I hadn't been in the local history room of the New York Public Library and thinking about what it meant to be in New York, 60, 70 years ago. So it's hard to really imagine my career without libraries, honestly.
The Library Author Speaker Series continues on Thursday, April 14th with author Natalie Goldberg. The event will celebrate the 30th anniversary edition of Writing Down the Bones and her new book, The Great Spring. For more information and to purchase vouchers, visit boulderlibrary.org. Despite recent snowfall, spring is right around the corner in downtown Boulder. The annual Tulip Fairy and Elf Festival will take place on Sunday, April 3rd. Costumes are definitely encouraged, and the free festival will feature an afternoon of live performances and creative activities.
Kids of all ages are welcome to attend. It's really best for kids probably ages 4 to 7. The Tulip Fairy and Elf Festival is an opportunity for families to come out with their kids and celebrate spring. We wake up the tulips that adorn the Pearl Street Mall, and there's kids activities, there's some stage performances, and always a favorite, the parade with the Tulip Fairy herself. So we've got performances from Jeff and Paige with Open Space Mountain Parks, Boulder School of Rock and the Wandering Natives will be performing. The Boulder Ballet will be on site, and they're going to help lead the Tulip Fairy on the parade. There's a foam sword dueling. We'll have face painters, all sorts of things for kids to do out on the mall.
The festival is taking place earlier this year than it has in the past, and in case of rain, the event will be rescheduled for the following Sunday, April 10th. Parking is always free in the City of Boulder parking garages on the weekends. The Boulder Public Library is seeking the help of the youngest members of our community to help design 3 new library cards. Children living in Boulder County up to age 14 are encouraged to participate. Digital media, fine art, and photography submissions will be accepted, and the deadline is April 15th. Artwork must be submitted on the official BPL entry form, which can be downloaded at boulderlibrary.org or picked up at any library. Thank you for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter by submitting news tips and questions. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.